So, the thing that I'm most grateful for, I'd probably have to say my ex-girlfriend. Before I met her, I was pretty much a bad person. I could scrutinize anybody, I could make fun of somebody for whatever reason, and I wouldn't feel bad for it. And throughout the time of us dating, she really changed my views on a lot of things, really made me more of an open-minded person and a better person overall. And not a day goes by that I don't thank her for that.
I guess just living like a neutral life, because that kind of like let me see how other people's lives, it's just like, they're a lot worse, but in some type of way we're kind of like the same. So it also like, kind of helped me to be someone to at least try to listen and hear things out, and just try to help in any type of way that I can. So it just generally makes me happy to just help other people and make them in a good mood,
I'm sorry if this gets depressing, but I guess what I'm really thankful for is being alive today, because there were so many chances that I could have not been. As a kid for 4 years straight, there was some abuse going on at home that I had no control over. So because of that, I have PTSD and really bad depression. And there was multiple times where I could have ended my life, but decided not to. Or, somebody helped me because of it. So being alive today and, still being able to see my family and talk to my friends is honestly really great. Because I thought at some point I wouldn't be able to even make it to 18. Yet here I am. But something that's really hard for abused victims is talking to others, because we get told like it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? And I've been dealing with this
because nobody understands.
for years now.
Yeah.
Nobody understands, exactly. There was a point where my older sister, who this happened to her too, like we both had to, deal with this man for 4 years. She didn't know it happened to me because I couldn't say anything about it. Like I told her when it happened, back then, but her memories are so repressed that she didn't understand and didn't know until I recently was able to talk to her about it. And I've never seen my sister break down so much before, so quickly, and that just hurt. So I don't know, it's really hard for people to be able to talk about it to where we just end up bottling it all in, and eventually we're just slowly decaying away inside. But I had the opportunity not too long ago to go to court with him, and I wasn't able to go through only because I knew that there was no evidence anymore. This happened when I was 5. I'm 18. This happened at such a young age. What am I going to say? Like, it's my word against him at this point. So I have no choice but to sit here and deal with this and constantly suffer because somebody wanted to ruin a child's life for no reason.
You've been through a lot. We all know. We're
You're
here
strong.
to help you.
You know that?
Something that I just really want to do is be able to tell others who are, victims of this that it's okay to be upset about it, and it's okay to still hold a grudge, but don't let it eat at you. You gotta let it go eventually, and that's what I'm slowly learning to do, is that even if you can't get your justice, letting it go and just, not wallowing away in your sorrow and stuff like that, you'll feel so much more better.
So recently, my grandfather passed away. It wasn't a surprise either, because he had cancer for the past few years, so, it was bound to happen. But once it did, I live 10 hours away from my family, so it's a pretty long drive to get down there. And I wasn't able to visit at all, so, I was upset. But one day, I woke up and I had been received money from someone anonymous. I have no clue where it came from, but it was exactly enough money to go down there and see my family for the funeral, and on my way back. Whoever sent it, I'm very thankful for that.
I'm thankful for 2 things. Firstly, my parents. I used to be really, really close with my dad when I was little. And when his job got a lot harder and he got like a doctorate, I think, he has to work like twice a day and on weekends too sometimes. So whenever I do see him, he's resting or he can't really spend much time with me. So when I was younger, I started to really like blame him for it and get mad at him. But as I got older, I'm just really thankful for all he does for me and my mom too. They work so hard to provide for me and my little brother and to make sure we're happy and healthy and we have a proper education. And I'm really thankful for everything they've done for me and for my little brother too. And second, my friends, I'm so thankful for them because if it weren't for them, I just would have been a completely different person. Like, they've taught me a lot. I'm so thankful to be there for them as much as they are for me, and they're the most important people in my life right now.
Okay, so I've thought about this a little bit more. So I'll start out with a little bit of backstory. Last month, I was robbed at gunpoint in my house by 4 armed men who broke in. They rounded me up into the living room and I had to keep my hands up and my eyes closed, and I peeked 3 different times that they had huge guns and they were looking for money and drugs and yeah. Anyway, so it lasted an hour, felt like it lasted an eternity. I really, really thought that I was going to die. When you have a gun pressed against your forehead, you don't know, like you see it all the time in video games, but like when it's happening to you, it is just so much. But I lived, everybody was okay. They left after they stole my brother's PS4, my PS4, my Switch. For some reason, they left my headset and my PC alone. So, small blessings. But I had just recently got the headset too. So, after that, as a way of kind of escaping from that whole situation, I started playing on VR a lot more. And I've pretty much all my hours right now are in VRChat. So, I guess what I'm really grateful for is VRChat. It has helped me cope with that situation so much by just letting me escape, and I've met so many amazing people through this game. It has been just life-changing. I've been able to live more by being in VR, and I also need to say that I'm very grateful for my boyfriend, who also I'm hoping to get him a headset for Christmas so that he can enjoy it the way I am, but he follows me around on desktop, and I'm just grateful for everyone that I've met on here.
My heart, dude, my heart.
I don't want
I'm really
to
happy you're here.
use the emote here,
I'm
but
glad you're
yeah.
not dead,
Are you
man.
guys okay?
I really didn't know what was going on. Like, I heard them beat up my little brother, and they were smashing everything in the house. Yeah, I'm not in the best situation. I can't really leave it either. I'm disabled, so I have to be here. So, yeah. No, but it's okay. I'll be fine. No, really, I know that's
I
such
hope
a
things turn
mood
out well.
dampening. Yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you. It's okay.
It's okay,
I'm here.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm glad you're here right
Yeah.
I'm still kicking, so everything's fun. Everything's good.
Wow.
I think one of the things I'm most grateful of is so college is a hard time, like for stress and everything. I mean, yeah, it's a lot easier than high school, but when you got friends, it makes it a lot more easier to deal with. And I guess if it wasn't for my friends, I probably would have lost my mind. And if it wasn't for my better half, he's been through so much in the last, I want to say 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. I've known him for 8, and we've been together for 4 years. And he's seen me at my lowest, and I've seen him at his lowest. And no matter how bad we get, we always try to cheer each other up. If that makes sense. If it wasn't for people that you care about, you probably would go really insane. So I'm grateful for a little bit of sanity.
Okay, the first thing I'm grateful for is I would say accepting Jesus into my life. Honestly, that's not a very good topic for people to talk about, I know, but like through loving, Jesus, I managed to find friends for the first time in my life. And before that, I was like completely lonely and by myself and very depressed. And now that I have these friends in my life, both in real life and VRChat, we've gone through many adventures, many good and bad times, but you know, without them, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here right now. So, yeah.
I think what I'm most grateful for is the cats that I'm able to help down at the shelter I work at. Just being able to foster and care and give them hospice in the time that they need. I've actually adopted like 7 of them from there. It's a lot of cats, I know, but most of them wouldn't have gotten a home otherwise. And you know, I just want to be there and be able to give back to the creatures that have helped me through some of the tougher times in my life.
So, like I said, you know how people have other people they're grateful to have in their lives, like your mother, father being there for you. I'm grateful that I'm in my friends' lives because, like I said, they have been through a lot and have tried to end themselves many times. I'm grateful that I was able to help them through this cruel reality of our world.
I only have a set of words that I can help.
Let's go boys for the power of the craft. We need a mercy man.
Oh my god, breathe.
Hey, so I really hope that video helped you guys in some way. Press this button to subscribe, press this box or this box to watch a previous video, and please leave a nice comment for the person in the video below. See you guys.
Hold on, wait, I'm coming back. Oh hey, you're still here. Well, why don't you check down below for our Discord and Patreon.